how did you get into music?
Basically, I get into metal for around close to maybe around since 2000 and 2004. And basically back then I listened to new metal stuff such as Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and Disturbed, bands like that. And I think it was in 2005 where I was being introduced to Cradle of Youth by my high school teacher. My high school teacher, he was into metal, and he introduced me to bands, Norwegian black metal bands like Mayhem, Satricon, Immortal, Dark Throne, and from there the black metal band. So from there I listened to started to listen to lots of extreme metal bands. I love bands like Emperor, Death, Possess. I love Possess a lot. Yeah, and yeah, since then, since 2004, it's been like this, man. It's been this way.
Wow.
Yeah, I get into real metal since 2005, and I'm lucky that I met my high school teacher because he's a real metal head, and he introduced me to the real metal band. Yeah.
Cool. And when inspired you to form a death metal band, or someone else inspired?
My high school teacher, he introduced me to this band called In Flames. So I checked out their 2006. They released their album Come Clarity, and I was blown away because I was like, I mean, such a band with they're heavy but they are quite very melodic. And basically that inspired me to form Assault, because Assault, basically we are melodic. I mean, our EP, we are melodic death metal band, and that really inspired me to form a band. Yeah, I think basically for me is I enjoy listening to music, and from 2006 onwards, I told myself that perhaps I should form a band. From then on, and perhaps I can inspire people to listen to our music, to enjoy our music. So yeah, it's been a good, I think 11 years now.
Wow.
Yep, that's right. Actually, it's pretty straightforward because it's like I'm sure there's a lot of musicians out there that's being inspired.
About the composition of the music, how you work?
For this album, Fallen Reich, basically the 4 other members, they will come up with the riffs, the drum patterns first, and usually we will meet up at the rehearsal studio or at my place or at one of the members' place. We will basically, each of us, we have some ideas, and collect. Then after that, once the ideas is formalized, we will come together collectively, and we will try to rehearse the song, and we will get these riffs and drum structure first before the last part will be the lyrics. So the lyrics, I will come up with the lyrics and the concept of the lyrics. So yeah, so basically is the song structure first, and then eventually the lyrics will come last.
How has been the reaction of the media and fans about this first release?
For the singers, for the first singles, Ghettos, the feedback has been really overwhelming. It's really positive, and because I think some of the feedbacks we got from fans and friends is that they're commenting that it's such a big change in our style of music compared to our EP. If you notice, if you have listened to our EP, and I think the response has been overwhelming, and in terms of media, it's been overwhelming as well. I guess we will start to work on the promotional link. We'll start to send out to magazines probably, I think, next month, because our label has some logistics things to sort out with us before we officially promotes next month. So I think the response has been overwhelming positive. Yep.
How was working with Fufu as a special guest in your song Giros, and why you choose him?
He's from this Maldives metal band, North Nagao, and I know him in 2011, and I was just briefly talking to Fufu about how about we collaborate together for Assault's new album, and he gladly accepted to be on our album as a guest musicians, and why we choose him because the style of music that North Nagao and Assault play is quite similar, and I could say that both of the bands we're quite melodic in the sense that we are melodic, and because it fits into the new album.
Just to let our dear listeners know what they can find in the new Fallen Reich album.
Heavy riffs, heavy yet melodic riffs, and and of course there's some trash elements in songs like Ghettos, and of course for us it's all about the melodic aspect of the music, and of course yet it's heavy. And I'm sure listener will enjoy this album, I guess. Yep.
I think they will.
So far, because so far, we have let some of our close friends to this and to listen to our, it's like a sneak preview to our friends, and they enjoy the album. And it's a big difference from the EP. I can show you, and it's very heavy. The stuff. Yep.
That's.
Alright, sure.
Have you ever dreamed about being a renowned band, or do you prefer to stay underground?
For five of us, being in the band, it's all about it's not about making money. It's all about passion. It's our passion to play the music and being in the band. And if there's a chance for us to be to be renowned, to be famous, why not? If people like our music, so be it. But of course, certainly we really appreciative of fans that support us since day one. And if we can make it someday, that'll be great. And all of us will be full-time musicians, because in Singapore, most of us we're working day jobs, and playing music is just a hobby for us. And if it's a bonus that if we can make it big in future, and that'll be great for us, and we could do this full time if possible. If we ever make it big,
That's. And how the underground scene is working in Singapore among fans, labels, and bands?
Okay, the underground metal scene in Singapore is very small. It's very cohesive, and I could say that we have some big labels here, like Pulverized Record. Pulverized Record, they've been around for perhaps more than 20 years, and they are the one that discovered Amo Amaf. Amo Amaf, Pulverized Record, and we have other great bands like Wormrod, Empire T, Ilamauza, Rudra. I guess you heard Rudra.
Yes.
And some of these bands, they are very big, and we have some new upcoming bands like I can't remember what's the name, Witch Seekers. They play thrash metals, and the scene here is very it's very cohesive, it's very united, and we have promoters like Van Box Productions, Street Noise Production, which is they bring bands in. I think the next upcoming gig in March will be the Defeated Sanity.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they'll be coming to Singapore, and Krijun will be coming in May, and I think there's some rumors about Rotting Christ coming to Singapore end of the year. So I think the scene here is thriving, and I can see it's going to the right direction in the next coming few years, and it's a good move, yeah.
About your gigs with the band, how been working?
Last month we played a show supporting He's from the Mood from I think they're from Italy, and the response for us has been very positive because we've been playing a lot of our new materials from our upcoming album, and the response from fans has been very positive. But I could say that the crowd in Singapore, they are still quite, the crowd here is still very small, and some of the international bands that come here, if they are expecting, big crowds, maybe like 4,000 to 5,000 kind of crowd, it's hard. The exposure is still there. We still enjoy playing in Singapore.
What will come next for you now that you are promoting the release?
There'll be an album launch in Singapore for the album, and you'll be supported by some local bands, and hopefully you can get some overseas bands as well to join us on our album launch. Mm-hmm. And after that, we'll be touring in Southeast Asia. We have one show confirmed in September. We'll be going to Mongolia.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be that is the only shows confirmed so far. But we are working with the promoters. So we are hoping that we can go to countries like like India, Indonesia,
Mexico.
Taiwan, Mexico, of course. Yes, South America. Mexico. Definitely, if you want to go, if there's if there's the right, if there's the right time, right moment, definitely we will go to Mexico. I know the Mexican metal scene is very strong, and we have, I think, a previous many years ago, one of our local band, Empire-T, they have a Mexican lineup. Yeah, and I understand from them that the crowd in Mexico as well was very crazy.
Yes, we are crazy.
Yeah, that's right. If there's a chance for us to play in Mexico, why not? It's all for music.
Yeah. What obstacles have you faced as the band to excel?
Okay, certainly as a Singapore band, we face a lot of obstacles, be it because we have 5 members, and 5 members, we have each of us, we have different jobs, and some of our members are working in shift works, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for us to coordinate the time, as a band. I think that's the biggest obstacle we are facing now. That is the time management, I guess. Yeah, because all of us, some of our bandmates they are married, they have their families, and I guess this is the biggest obstacles that we're trying to overcome.
Nice. And can you tell us the best moment that you have had during a gig?
The best moments, funny moments. The best moment we had was back in 2011, where we did our first overseas tour in the Philippines. That was the most enjoyable thing, because it's our first time playing overseas. And it's fun because we all had lots of fun, hanging out with the local bands in the Philippines. And the thing is, it was very rushed for us, and it's like where we fly there on a Saturday. I think it was a Friday, Saturday morning flight, and our show was pretty late. I think it was around 3 a.m. in the morning. And 5 of us, we don't really feel tired because we're just so pumped up about the crowds, and it's our first time, and we drank a lot of a beer, and luckily we didn't get out on stage.
You party so hard.
Yeah, we party hard. It's, we hardly get the chance to to perform overseas, and and we just want to enjoy ourselves and just want to put up a good show for the crowd. And I hope this year we could have more with the new album release. Yep.
For sure you will. So just to end the interview, anything you want to say to our dear listeners?
Do look out for our new album, The Fallen Reich, which will be released sometime around in April through Transcending Obscurity. And I hope you enjoy the album and this interview. Yep.
Thank you so much for the time. You are very welcome always here on Mama Saya Radio and in the John Jarta Show.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Okay, Chong.